Hi guys, welcome to Tactical Timeout. Today we're going over the basics of Counter-Strike and how a team like MiBR can use basic fundamentals to get key advantages and really punish their opponents. With the addition of Yanko as their head coach, they've really doubled down on two key concepts, flashing for teammates and proper trade and baits. This emphasis on team play is going to be a growing trend on this team, and you're going to see how they use utility, how they use teamwork, and how they build skills throughout this map and other maps to create an overall play style. Now on this map, as you saw in the picture, they mollied and smoked down Banana, pretty basic. But what you're seeing now is a proper bait and trade setup. Stewie is playing range with the M4, trying to bait in Mousesports. Once Mousesports comes in, Fallen will hold, play the angle, and completely wipe them out. What you also see real quick on the minimap is how MiBR is playing range with their weapons, making smart utility choices, and positioning correctly. Now that it's smoked down and they have either two options, push the smoke, wait for it to clear, you're going to see Mousesports does something a little strange. They have flashes, they have mollies, they have smokes, and they know that they lost banana control, and Mousesports will not use any of that to clear anything. Instead, they're doing slow peeks, and now they get straight into the Fallen bait, just like that. Now what's really important here is also notice how Fallen is the primary opper for MiBR, and as the primary opper, you want to try and farm as much money as you can. The play we look at today is going to be based on that very simple concept of flashing or bait and trades. MiBR plays an extremely disciplined CT side, and they utilize flashing more than anything else to secure kills. There's nothing fancy or crazy behind what MiBR is doing. They're playing very basic so that way they can build skills and build teamwork to use later on in the matches. On this round, if we look at it from above, you'll see how each player knows exactly what they're watching and how they're going to respond. With that smoke plumes, Tarek doesn't flinch, and Cold Zero pulls out that flash ready to respond to what the enemy team's doing. Now, since they aren't pushing them, Tarek's going to take that flash while Cold Zero holds the aggression, and on that flash, Stewie's going to peek. If you look at it from Stewie's angle, we're going to see flash, boom, and peeks, just like that. Now, these simple concepts are going to be used over and over again every single engagement. If we look at a trade and bait, you're going to see Tarek push up in the halls that was already mollied for map control, and he's going to sit there and hold. As soon as contact is made, he's going to fall back immediately, and the operator is going to hopefully get that trade for him, just like that. That is a simple and basic setup that's going to be used over and over again. Now, the great thing about what MiBR is doing, pause for 1 second, look at that map control. Throws it just to stall. His teammates aren't there yet. It allows, his teammates to get in position that they can go for the play. But the nice thing about playing like this is you can do setups that transfer to different maps. You can run this on Overpass. You can run this on Dust 2. These simple plays, just like that, are transferred because it's a skill you learn. It's not really a map-specific thing. Unfortunately, there are a few downsides to this, though. So we'll look at right now what can go wrong when you trust your teammate, and sometimes they fail. And I'm sure you guys have all experienced in the ACA, your teammate's holding position as you push down, he misses his shot, and first gets domed. It's unfortunate, but now you're in a 4v5 situation on pistols, you fall back and you make good decisions. Now what they do to recover from this 4v5 is they just play back and use teamwork to make good decisions. They're looking at the clock. When it hits about 30 to 35 seconds, most teams like to use a little bit of utility. Cold Zero is going to go ahead and molly off apps, just kind of stall off that push, and that's going to allow his teammates to get a better feel for what's going to happen. As they peek out, you'll notice that they're trading with the guys that are in Big Pit. He misses a shot and dies, but it happens to the best of us. Now this is a different type of setup. This is going to be a simple disciplined CT hold from MiBR. I know we're looking at Cold Zero a lot today, but Cold Zero has a lot of impact because his teammates are playing based on his decisions, basically. He is kind of making the calls for the team right now. Not in terms of what they're doing, but on how they're responding. And so Cold Zero is going to hold this for op entry. Fur got a kill on the other side, luckily, on Arch, so that's good news. He's able to fall back. And now where he went from an aggressive setup to a trade setup. Tarek is right up top on Bauk. You can see his gun barrel sticking out, and they're just going to hold for the push and hopefully get some trades. If you notice on the map right now, they're not quite sure what's happened because Mousesports hasn't executed. They quickly execute. He misses a shot. He misses a second shot, but Tarek gets two. So luckily for them, the round works in their favor. If you look at Tarek's position, he's not peeking Hideaway. He's not peeking apps. The reason for that is he's dedicated to the trade with Cold Zero. In an ideal world, Cold's going to hit that shot, and they're going to go 3-0. No deaths on the CT, keep the economy advantage, and win the round. Cold Zero missed the shot right there, unfortunately, so Tarek does die. Good thing, though, he has teammates rotating. Boom, round secured. If you look at it, we also want to point out real quick, Mousesports has a flash and a smoke right now. They use the smoke to cover up pit with his good, and the flash doesn't even do anything at all at A site. So it's a little unfortunate. You want to try and save a little more utility if you're doing late round setups. MiBR is able to just capitalize on and run with it. If we look at this setup real quick from Fur, we're down right now 3-4. It's 9-2. It's important to maintain this round economy, and so Fur's going to hold. As soon as he starts hearing the little footsteps or start hearing execute, you're going to see the CT player start rotating. Look on the main map, you see him running right now. Fur's mollied off, he has to push off. Look how disciplined he is. He's hiding, he's not peeking, he's waiting for that moment on that flash before he peeks. He's waiting, and as soon as that pop flashes, bam, he peeks. But he's killed instantly. Why? Because Snacks get a full blind headshot pre-aiming the angle. Look at that. Bam, walks right into it. You play it right. Snacks hits an amazing headshot. If you look at how Mousesports executed, though, they mollied off 2 key locations. They smoked off. They're able to isolate the player no matter where he's at. So even though the flash did blind them, they were able to take it. Now this looks very similar to what we saw a few rounds ago, where Cold Zero died. But notice how it changes now. Instead of peeking, he's flashing for his teammate. And we'll see in a second, he peeks on that flash. He's going to flash again for his teammate. Notice how they're always sticking to either trade and baits or flashing. They're doing nothing else besides those 2 things for most of their entries. And this goes back to disciplined, simple teamwork. Yanko's really distilled structure in this. That's the first stop kill right there. If we look back, you notice the guy Graveyard. As soon as that flash pops, he peeks Graveyard top. He's going to flash again. Graveyard's going to peek. He blinds himself, so that's a bit of a fail. But the idea behind the gameplay is what's important. Right now, MiBR is staying tried and true to this very basic and structured gameplay. It can be easily abused, but also can work fundamentally for new teams. Because they're doing nothing crazy, nothing complex. They're sticking to just the fundamentals. Flashing for your teammates and playing trade setups. When you have high skill players, you don't need to be fancy and crazy. You just need to have the opportunities that work for your team to play your own win conditions. Now, if you notice in apps right now, we have a 2-man setup right here. Fur's looking down and Tarek's right behind him with Cold Zero holding middle. Cold Zero smoked mid to stall a little bit so they're in position for this. They're able to do a simple trade just like that, fall back, another 5v3 setup, and if you notice, those players are at B. Fallen, look at that, he does entry, Stewie immediately flashes for him to stall the rush, and now they're going to fall back. I wonder what kind of setup they're going to do. Are they going to flash? Are they going to do trade and bait? We'll find out right now. If you notice real quick, Fallen flash, Stewie doesn't peek. The guy CT spawn, he flashes just like that, Stewie peeks on the CT spawn flash. What's going to happen again? We'll find out in a second. Actually, this is actually a pretty good example of what happens when you don't stick to your discipline. Stewie gets a little anxious here. He's going to peek for the trade. And 1, 2, 3, boom. Peeks for the trade, and then he wide swings again. He doesn't necessarily need to wide swing that, but you know how it is. We've all been there. He feels like he has to kill. He goes for it. It's whatever. That map control, it's not too big of a deal. You're up 10-3. Your economy is strong. Now look at Cold Zero again. He's once again stalling mid, and they're going to do some type of setup. They're going to go and walk into apps and get some type of control for the team. Once they know, apps is kind of clear, they're going to fall back. They have one guy playing boiler, and they're just letting him play arches. Notice the setup. They know they're going arches. They know Furs and apps, and so Cold Zero is watching it. As soon as that smoke plume's on the other side, he rotates up. And he knows his win condition is, okay, Tarek has my smoke, Fur has my apps. I'm going to push up here to maintain control of the bomb and make sure we don't get flanked. Tarek kills that guy, pushing through the smoke. And once again, Cold Zero just holds the map control. He's playing the bomb. It got picked up, but that's fine because they have complete control. Rotation from B. They know they're not in library archers, so they have to be middle to bottom of B. It's very simple, very easy, but it's those small things of trust and just knowing where your teammates are and where you're vulnerable from. I believe DDK calls it mindfulness. Having not only the map awareness, but the mindfulness to know exactly what your teammates are doing so you can capitalize on it. For this last round, we're going to see how Stewie pushes down B to not only assert dominance, but to get map control. He flashes on the 2 peaks, he takes one more fight. It's unfortunate right there, he gets Jared. He killed himself in his own molly, but that just from damage hit him as it spreads up. If you notice from his POV, you'll see molly down, flash out, Stewie peeks, gets the kill, flash goes off again, he's only half blind, still able to fight, and you see that molly slowly coming up, gets hit by the Deacon, dies. So it's a little unfortunate, but that isn't the important part. The important part is how they're once again peeking on flashes. Just so you guys know, future reference, this is the flashes Stewie's fallen throws. Boom. I'd like to thank you guys for watching today. That's MiBR CT side, and that's how you can just do very basic things to improve your game.